this video clip, we want to see that use the x-intercept to find the intervals on which the graph of f of x is above and below the x-axis. Let's look at the question here. The first one is x plus 5 squared. Let me choose the pen. So then the x-intercept one is too thick. I want to choose the thinner one. And the x-intercept is at which point is -5, 0. You see, when you plug in 5 here, -5 here, then you have -5 plus 5 squared, which is 0. So f of -5, you see one here, you plug in 5, negative, here you got 0. So -5 and 0 is the x-intercept. Okay, means this point is on the x-axis. Okay, and then the rest of them, because x plus 5 squared is greater than or equal to 0. And at x equals -5 is 0. So if x does not equal to -5, you have x plus 5 squared is greater than 0. This is y. Y is greater than 0. That means except at x equals -5, all the value is greater than 0. Okay? So that means all the graph above x-axis. Then you would say that from -infinity to -5, let me erase that, and then from -5 to infinity, f of x is above x-axis. There is no place that the graph is below the x-axis. Okay, so let's see the decimal. So you see, if we plug in the function f of x equals x plus 5 and then square here, you can see at this point -5 and 0 is on the x-axis. Rest of them, they are all above x-axis. Okay, and you see when x is 0, you plug in here, 0 plus 5 is 5 squared is 25. So y-intercept is 0, 25. X-intercept is negative 5, 0. Okay, that's the question A. Another one is the one right here. We want to find out where f of x is above x-axis and where it's below. Again, let me choose the one here, the one here, and then we want to do, let me choose the black color. Okay, all right, choose the one here, choose the one here. Okay, now, so you see when we plug in -4, -4 plus 1/4, -1/4 plus 1/4, we have a 0. Okay. And here -1/4 minus 5, this is cubed. Of course, this one is not 0, but this one is 0. Okay. Remember, 0 times any quantity is 0. So you have a f of -1/4 is 0. Okay? So then you know zeros. Let me choose the one here. Zeros are actually what? Actually -1/4 and 5. Similarly for 5. You can plug in, you see 5 here. 5 plus 1/4. This is not 0. And then x minus not x, you plug in 5. You plug in 5, you have a 5 minus 5 cubed. This is 0. This is not 0, but that's fine. Okay, so you have a 0. Okay, and you can see from here then the x-intercept one is -1/4, 0. Another is 5, 0. Okay. Now that means those 2 points are on the x-axis. We want is that above or below x-axis. So those 2 points should not be included because those 2 points are on the axis. We want to find out where above or below. Remember, here is what? Here is x plus 1/4 squared. So this one is always greater than or equal to 0. Of course, again, at x equals -1/4 is 0. If x is not -1/4, they are all greater than without equal to 0. So this one is always positive. And then the whole expression, the sign depends on this one. Okay, if x minus 5 is positive, then cubed will be positive. If x minus 5 is negative, then cubed is negative times the positive, because here is squared, positive. So the sign will not change. So you may say the sine sines of f of x depend on the factor of what? Of x minus 5. Or you may put cube there, you may not. Okay? Okay. Well, this is easy because x greater than 5, say 6, minus 5 is 1 greater than 0. So on the right hand side, if here is 0, here is 5, this is always positive. Okay? How about left hand side? It is 6. How about like 4? Okay, for 4 you will get negative because of what? 4 is smaller than 5. When you subtract 5, you get negative y is 0. Any value you plug in here less than 5, then you will get minus 5 will be negative. Okay? So then, when x is greater than 5, positive, less than 5, negative. And we have at this point is negative 1/4. So the picture basically is like what? It's like somewhere here is positive, it goes down, and goes to 0, because negative 1/4 is the 0 point. We have mentioned here. Then it goes down. Okay, that's the trend, because it's negative. You cannot go across that. That's positive. Okay, so basically then you can say, you can have the idea, like you may write above x-axis, you should say that from 5 to positive infinity, f of x is above x-axis. Okay, and then below is from where to where? Below is from negative infinity up to negative 1/4. And negative 1/4 is not included because it touches x-axis. So then you would say negative 1/4 round bracket means negative 1/4 is not included. Then from negative infinity to 5, I should correct this picture here. It across 6 actually is 5. Okay, so let me correct this one. So it should be what? It should be picture. Choose black. Good, it's black. So here is 5. 5 is here, so you do like that, and then here will be positive. And then from this point, it's going to be negative. So 5. Then in these two intervals, fx is below x-axis. All right, so that will be the two two answers. Here, let me mark. This is for above, say A. This is B. This is above x-axis. And this is below. Alright. Okay. And then, if you have a decimal with you, you can do is, here is x plus 1/4 to squared, and then you have x minus 5 cubed. Okay, and then you can see the picture. Let me move this one up. Okay, you can zoom in. You see. Okay, you zoom in here. This is like 1/4. So the graph goes up and down, and then goes up, and here is 5. This point is 5. This is negative 1/4, which is negative 0.25. Okay, so from 5 to the right is above, and from 5 to negative 1/4 is below, not including this point below. Okay, all right. I will see you next time.